I'm Darren Prater for Pixelcast Media's Concho Sports Network. We are on location at Luke's Cage. Our friend Brian from Luke's Cage is going to tell us all about it and about a scholar athlete.
Thank you, Darren. Hey, I appreciate working with Concho Sports. It's been a pleasure. It's a great fit between us and y'all, and I look forward to the future relationship and doing even more. Let me tell you about Luke's Cage.
All right.
School uniforms. I brought everything from online for various private schools here in town. Now you can pick it up here at Luke's Cage. Skirts, shorts, pants, and obviously polos. So the other aspect of Luke's Cage is the apparel. The apparel, we open up a store. We open up stores. We have cotton, dry fit, short sleeve, long sleeve, everything from youth extra small to 6X. We keep it in stock. We open up stores, return the orders. You order one night, you're going to get a call the next day to come pick up your order.
That's fast.
That is very fast, and it works for us. It's the marketing plan. It's the business model that we're sold out to. But enough about Luke's Cage. Let's talk about my son Luke.
Scholar Athlete of the Week. Luke's Cage. Makes sense. Who is the person we're going to meet? Tell us who we will meet.
You'll meet a true scholar athlete. My son, Luke, he has good grades. He's an excellent athlete. He's a three-sport athlete. He's always showed up. We've always talked about showing up and being prepared. Literally, he's missed about 5 days of school since fourth grade.
Wow.
Yeah. He had a streak before he got sick his junior year. He was sick for a couple of days. We had a streak it was like 4 years in a row that he didn't miss class. Wow. So he was on his deathbed, not on his deathbed, but he was in bed, ill, sick. Dad, I can't go to school. I'm like, son, what about the streak? We talked about the streak a lot. What about the streak, son? He was like, I can't breathe. So, but other than that, man, he's missed 5 days of school. He showed up. He was always prepared. It takes a community to raise a kid nowadays. Okay, I got to thank a lot of people. They know who they are. They had an influence on my son over the years. They know who they are. For one thing, football, baseball, the coaches, the teachers, track coaches. They know who they are. Especially football. Coach Crane's program, 4 years, it was hard. Football, West Texas, 6A, is a hard program. It is hard. It's year-round. That program, Coach Crane, his coaches, made my son into a man. Okay? That really helped. They were a big part of who he is today. That's a tough program. It's hard. Anything hard, stick with it. You get good results. Okay, hard work. Let me tell you about Luke. What you probably won't see on his interview. If you know Luke, you know he's honest. He has integrity, and he has a deep, solid moral character. One story: 8th grade, Coach McCarty, junior high, calls me up. You don't get a call from the coach too often as a father. He calls me up, Brian, this is Coach McCarty. I'm like, oh my gosh, is his leg broken? Is he all right? You know, this is what I'm thinking. It goes through my mind. Is he all right? Leg broken. What's wrong with him? Well, Coach McCarty goes, your son found some money on the track, and he turned it in. We found out who it belonged to. I just want to let you know that you have a very honest son. Well, what happened was a kid came to school with a wad of cash to pay for his yearbook, pictures, so forth, and he was running around the track and it fell out of his pocket. Luke found it, took it to the coach. They found out who it belonged to. I picked up Luke after school. I was like, dude, I hear you found some money. You turned it in. I'm so proud of you. How much was it? He's like, didn't even count it, Dad. I didn't even count it. It was just a wad of 20s.
Thank you for joining us, Brian. Let's wrap this up so we can meet our Scholar Athlete of the Week. We appreciate Luke's Cage. We appreciate you guys riding with us. It's a real honor. We appreciate any compliments. It's just a very nice feeling, and it's great to be associated with you and your son, your family, and Luke's Cage.
Last words, Luke. I approve of you. I am proud of you. And I love you.
With Concho Sports Network, and guess where we are? We're at Luke's Cage. What a good occasion and a good location for our Luke's Cage SAISD Scholar Athlete of the Week, Luke himself. This is the guy, like Luke's Cage, Luke Stealey.
Yeah, it was named
That's
after
you,
me.
man. You're him.
Yeah.
You're him at Luke's Cage. Going to be a Longhorn soon.
Proudly, yeah.
Central Bobcat forever, though.
Yeah.
Senior at Central. Tell us about athletics, man. What all sports do you participate in? Because I know you do them year round. Football?
Yeah, I'll do football.
And?
Football, track, and then baseball. But football constantly. And
It's a year-round sport.
completely.
You can't just take time off from it, but you're doing other sports at the same time. Let's talk accolades, because Luke's not the kind of dude that is going to brag on himself. He's just like chill. He's not going to do that. So we will do that for him. And I have to put on my glasses because this is long. Top 5% of the graduating class, despite doing really hard stuff athletically while being in the top 5% of the graduating class.
Got me into
GPA of
UT.
102?
Yeah, that also got me into UT.
Yeah, you kind of have to be smart to go there. Never mind. I was going to say no A&M, no Aggie.
No, it wasn't a thought. No.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. National Honor Society member. And that you have to put effort into that too. You don't? Do you guys do like the diplomats or whatever, like trade National Honor Society people between schools, or what do y'all do?
We just do a lot of community service.
Okay.
That's what I've done for him, at least. I think, yeah, it's just community service.
First team academic all-state football. First team academic all-district in football. Planning on attending University of Texas, but we will talk more about that later. Let's talk about the importance of being prepared, not just in athletics, but in life. We know it's important to be prepared, but what is that importance? What does it mean to be prepared to you?
Just means be ready or get what I need done so it doesn't snowball. And
What happens if you show up at the football game unprepared?
I don't play.
That's the way life works, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can't, they'll find someone that will.
I won't play or I'll look stupid on the field. So.
And he's played a lot, and he's certainly looked very smart on the field. Let's talk about football and the positions you play in football.
I'm
the deep snapper. And
deep snapper and D-line.
We always wanted to mention you, but if you're mentioning the deep snapper a lot without saying, hey, we need to mention this guy, that's probably not good. If you just say your name one time, and we did most of the time, it's good. But you also had a sack when no one else on the team did for a while this past season. And what position did you get that from?
Well,
the defensive end?
Yeah, DN. It was very early in the year.
So what did you like better, defensive end or snapping the ball?
I just was always good at deep snapping, so that was very fun. But defensive end was.
How long have you been snapping the ball? Like since 7th grade, 6th grade, Pop Warner? I mean,
I tried it out 7th grade. Because they said I was a quarterback in middle school, and they just kind of threw me into deep snap, and ever since then I liked it and kept with it.
And that's a hard position to play. I mean, is it?
Yeah,
It's the timing
What's the hardest thing about that position?
You gotta be kind of flexible. But then just know how to control your body, because it's real easy to send the ball over the punter's head, and then you lose a game.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about some other things football related. How long have you played the sport?
I mean, since YMCA, so
Mm-hmm.
flag football until I got old enough to play tackle, and then since then I played every year in middle school, every year in high school.
All 4 years football in high school. What did it teach you? The program of being a Central Bobcat, which is a program. It's a big deal to be on that big stage on Friday night. What did you learn from that?
Hard work, just doing hard things when you don't want to, and teamwork, very much so. Just learning how to work with people, and I'd say probably leadership too.
And what happens when you're not winning games? It would be easy to quit at times, but
Yeah.
the program says you have to keep going, because when things are down, those young kids look up to guys like you that keep being steady and hanging in there and not giving up when things are down and still playing hard and
Yeah,
not bragging about it and being a loudmouth either.
It's hard when you're not winning, but you just push through it, and if people see that you can do it, they generally think they can too, and makes it easier for them, and just keep pushing through it.
How does football affect the other sports? Baseball, for one.
Well, football made me strong, which really helped with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So
But you can't quit football. Do you drill for it all season, no matter what sport you're doing?
every morning, you go and probably
Wow.
6:30, 6 o'clock, stay till 9, and then you go to school, and if you have another sport after, you go after school and have another 2-hour practice.
You don't strike me as the type of guy that lays around on the couch all day and sleeps till noon.
Well, I mean, I'd definitely like to.
You've certainly earned it, though, for a day.
Yeah, it's very nice.
But doing this year round, doing these multiple sports, do you have to force yourself to do nothing and just chill and stretch and not overexert yourself and risk injury?
Yeah, seventh grade, I went snowboarding and broke my arm, and that really taught me not to go do crazy things like that, risk injury. So
did you snowboard a lot before? Or was you?
it was.
You can break your arm whether you're good at it or not, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was amazing, but I thought I was somewhat good, and I just had one fall, and I was out for a couple months. So definitely had to take things a lot easier.
What about injuries as you were on varsity? Anything major that you had to deal with? Or?
Yeah, I fractured my back.
Oh,
That
my
really
goodness.
set me back.
Man,
I missed a whole spring football for
how do you?
1 year, which definitely hurt me going into the next. But just I rehabbed it.
There's no way you can have contact with a fractured back for a long time. How long did you say that took just to come back partially?
It was, I discovered it probably February, and I think this was going into my junior year.
You're so tough. You discovered it.
Well, yeah, it was in February, and I thought I just had a strained muscle in my back, and then I had all the tests, and it was really a fracture, and then I was out probably a good bit of the summer. And then at the end, I really had to try to get back into things and strengthen my body to just be able to take the hits.
Man, you're a beast. No, a machine. You ever describe yourself that way? You ever get up in the morning and go, I'm such a machine?
No, never, not once.
Tell us about this. How do you throw this? How do you
You
do
just
that?
Just kind of lay your palm on it and roll it off the finger.
So it's not like a frisbee, though.
No, you
How
probably hurt
long have you
yourself.
been doing track and doing the discus?
since 7th grade. It was another thing I was kind of not like thrown into, but tried out for shot put, tried out for discus, realized I love discus, and never did shot again.
You prefer this? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool, man.
Did
What-
discus ever since and excelled in it for a good bit.
So how have you done with the discus? Tell us some things that you've accomplished. You said you've excelled.
Yeah,
Is there anything you don't excel at?
I mean, sleeping really after.
Oh man,
Yeah, but
I'm like pro level at that.
I'm getting better
at
at
napping.
it. Sports have settled down, so I can take a pretty long nap now. It's pretty nice.
What happens when it does really settle down? And you're at University of Texas, you're in Austin, and you have school to deal with, and you aren't involved in as many organized athletics.
I'm probably gonna work out a lot.
You'll just be working.
Yeah,
You'll be running
I'll-
every morning. You'll be going to the gym.
Yeah, I'll definitely work out a lot. They have a pretty nice gym there, and I'll just be doing a lot of studying. I gotta keep up with that. And
Do you study like early morning, late at night,
well, I'll
or
study.
whenever you can?
Yeah, I normally do all my studying at night, but sometimes it takes me into the morning, which
Well, I hear that you have spent several sleepless nights studying, and you're missing how many? You've missed how many days of school a year with various athletic events?
over like 20 days, I'd say at least.
And you have to make all that up. They don't let you to slide.
I mean, they're nice on the due dates, but
Yeah, man.
the actual assignments, I still, it's hard to make up the time.
18 to 20 days of school. Man,
It's pretty rough.
it doesn't pile up in your mind like it
Well,
doesn't intimidate you.
no, I got to the point where I was thinking, like, what assignments do I need to do, and which ones, like, just taking priority of what I need to do, and definitely cut back on a lot of relaxing.
Do you have a favorite sport out of all of them?
I love football. I love the people in it. I love discus. It's very relaxing for me. It's just always had fun time doing it. And baseball, I love pitching. It's definitely my favorite part of the sport. So I don't know if I could say I have a favorite, but I have favorite parts of each.
You gonna go to Longhorn games?
Yeah, probably all of them.
So what do you want to do with this University of Texas education, Luke Stealey?
Med school and become a doctor. So
You have the work ethic. You got the brain.
yeah, it'll be hard, but hope I can do it.
Who were big influences in your life?
Definitely my parents. I
know your
Definitely.
dad and you
Yeah.
have a good relationship, and
he's helped me in every sport I've ever done.
I know y'all probably gripe at each other a little bit.
Yeah,
fathers
I
and
mean,
sons, but man, he
that
loves
happens.
you. He loves you, man. And I think this may be the most you ever talk on microphone willingly.
I think it's the only time I've ever
So-
talked on microphone.
I hope y'all treasure this. And I know he's darn proud of you, and your whole family proud of you.
I hope so
And
too.
I hope it's a treasure to you someday, brother. Luke Stealey, SAISD Scholar Athlete of the Week. He is Luke. Him at Luke's Cage. Congratulations, man. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.